Welcome to tonight's live. I'm jumping on a little bit late tonight. Hope you had a happy new year and had a good holiday season. And I, for one, am super happy that I did have a good one and now it's over. I always love that feeling of putting the tree away. I didn't have a big tree. You guys saw my little tree, but putting decorations away and starting fresh. I do love that feeling. I am excited about this year and I want to jump into tonight's video. So maybe already you're watching me, you're like, what the hell is she wearing? So I would stand up, but you can't see the whole thing. I'll tell you what's going on the rest of me also. But I wanted to jump on here on time. I usually come on at 7 p.m. on Tuesdays, and I'm a little bit late. And the reason I'm a little bit late is because at first I had, these are my pants. My pants don't normally go on my arms, right? They don't normally go up here. And I had them on actually backwards. And I was upstairs getting ready for this video. And I don't know if you've ever tried jeans on the top. Probably not. But I'm going to give you a warning. Don't go try it after this video, especially the other way around, arms through, like this was like a little vest, because I got stuck. It was really hard to get into these the other way, and I got stuck, and I couldn't get them off, and I knew it was almost time to go live, and I was dying laughing at myself, and I hope that just made you laugh, because maybe you need a laugh today, and hey, here I am to provide it. Okay, so why am I dressed this way? Why do I have jeans for my top tonight? Well, I want to tell you how I believe you can get what you really want to get out of life, because I've done some of these things, most of these things, I should say, actually all of these things that I teach, I've done them, and they work. And so today, when I was starting my first day of the new year, and most of you are starting your actual real day today of the new year, even though this is, I believe, the third. I might be on the wrong day even, but it's the new year, right? And so I was thinking about it today, and I thought of all of the things that I've already mapped out for myself for this new year, and I really have some cool things that I really want to accomplish. I call them targets. I don't call them goals. That's something I teach more deeply in a different program. But what I want to tell you here tonight is that I started thinking about this today because here in Iowa in the Midwest, it is super gray outside. It's rainy, it's cold. It's been this way for several days. And I am one of those people that is greatly affected by the weather. Why am I telling you that? Why do you care? Because here in the new year came my biggest obstacle. I get depressed. I do not function well without the sunshine. And it's a real thing for me. I even have one of those, it's over there, one of these lights that I sit in front of that makes me feel happy, makes me feel like the sun is shining when it's not. And so today in particular, it was super foggy outside, on top of just being gray and cold and wet. And it was as if I was wearing a heavy blanket over my head. And what that means for me is I'm going to struggle doing the things I need to do to reach my target. You see, first of all, let me back up. The way that you reach your target, if you call them goals, that's fine. I call them targets. But the way that you reach them, it's in your daily habits. It's not in this big thing that we're going to achieve. And this is a reason that resolutions fail, because we start off gung-ho, like we try to like change all of these things in one big swoop. And our future, the life that we really want, is in our daily habits. That's why they tell us when we're young to save out of each paycheck and invest out of each paycheck. Your future is in your daily habits. You can't wait until later to invest, a bunch of money all at once. You've lost the time. You'll never catch up. Anyway, the point is that your future is in your daily habits. So today, when I looked out again, it was all gray. I thought, oh, I'm going to struggle today. Because on days like this, what I want to do is I want to crawl back in bed and I want to eat. That's all I want to do is I want to just crawl back in bed and I want to eat a lot. And so in order for me to reach my targets, I have to do things differently every day than the person that I was before I wrote my goals or my targets down did. Let me see if I said that correctly. For me to reach my goals, my targets, I have to do things differently than the person I was when I wrote them down. Write that down. In order for you to reach your goals or your targets this year, you have to be a different person than you were when you wrote the goal or the target down. This is why resolutions don't work, because we all do this. We all operate out of the same person we were last year. You have to become a different person. And this is what people don't like. They don't like that the real thing that needs to happen is a change in you. And trust me, I didn't like it either at first. I was like, what? I have to change? What? No. I thought I could just, try to do things a little bit differently. And then when I didn't see changes right away, I would give up. I would just go right back to who I was when I wrote the goals or the targets before. That doesn't work. So why do I have my jeans on the top of me tonight? This is probably what you're really interested in knowing, because one thing that worked for me today, this is a great little tip I want to share with you, is do the opposite. Do the opposite. My pants typically go on my legs. Tonight for this video, to prove a point, to share a message, I put them on my arms. And guess what? I am hella uncomfortable right now. This is not comfortable. In fact, my arms look like little T-Rex's arms because I can't really go any further than this in my pants on my arms. Why is that important for you to know? Because when you do the opposite of what you would normally do, so tomorrow I want you to start through your day, and I want you to think about your goal or your target, those are the things you want to have happen this year. I want you to ask yourself, am I doing the same things that I did as the person who wrote these goals down? Am I doing the things that did not work last year? A lot of the goals that you have written down for this year are the same ones you wrote down last year, if you are writing your goals down. If you're not writing your goals and targets down, you gotta go do that tonight before bed. You gotta have, why I call it a target is because you gotta have something to hit. You gotta know where you're going. If you don't know, you got your bow and your arrow, but you're like, I don't really know where I want this arrow to land. And so you just kind of close your eyes and let go and you just see where the arrow goes. You're not gonna get what you want. You have to know what you want to be able to hit it. So then you have to ask yourself, am I doing the same thing that I always do? Am I running my day the way I've always ran it for the last 10 years or whatever of your life that you've felt stuck? And then ask yourself, oh, am I doing that? Oh, okay, I am. What is the opposite of what I'm doing right now? Because whatever you're doing right now, if you're aware of it, hasn't worked for you to this point. So that's what I had to say to myself today. It was like, if you're going to reach these goals, these targets, you have to do the opposite of what you really want to do in the moment. And when I looked outside and it was gray, I really wanted to just, come back to my bed, get some food, just go up there and veg out. It felt like nighttime out there all day long. And I wasn't happy about it. But what I did instead was I decided to pull up one of my old courses that I had signed up for that I never finished, that I really need to finish for business purposes. And I dove into that. And after I got done doing that, I felt so good. And I thought, I get to check mark that I moved myself forward toward my target today. I did the opposite. I did the opposite of what I normally do on a gray, yucky day. I did the opposite today. And I feel so proud of myself. So that is the message for tonight. Do the opposite. Be aware. Monitor your day. Ask yourself questions. Are these the same things I've been doing every day? And I think I'm going to get to this goal in a different way. And if your answer is, oh, these are the same things, then do the opposite. Just think, what would be the opposite of what I'm doing right now? Example, excuse me, weight loss. Weight loss. If you're drinking soda, or if you're drinking sugary teas or frappuccinos, anything with lots of sugar, you got it in your hand, and you're like, oh, I said I was going to lose the weight that I've wanted to lose for a long time, and here I am with this frappuccino. Opposite, big time. Doesn't mean you can't have coffee, but like, you don't need coffee with like all that sugar, right? Do the opposite. Order a plain coffee with nothing in it. And just like me, you're going to be uncomfortable because you're not used to it. And anything that you're not used to that's opposite or different from what you normally do is going to feel uncomfortable. Just like wearing these jeans that are cutting into my shoulders and my neck right now. Know that you're going to feel the discomfort and do the thing anyway, and you're going to hit your target. And eventually that thing will stop feeling so uncomfortable. Okay, I'm signing off tonight because I am uncomfortable in these jeans, and I have a shirt on my legs, but I'm not gonna stand up. I can hardly move in these jeans. So you get the point. Take this message and run with it. If you are somebody who's watching me and following me and you are like, I need help, I need accountability, I'm ready to dive in deep and do a 12-week personalized one-on-one program and invest money in yourself, then send me a message. That's what I do. And we can get you fast-tracked to the life you really want to live really quickly. All right. Take care. If you want to have fun, go try some jeans on. Be careful, you might get stuck. See you later. Bye-bye.